Hello and welcome to Eat, Pray, and Live. We are so glad that you joined us today. Today's topic is the prelude to marriage, which is the dating game. Are you taking it seriously or are you just clowning around?
Good music, right?
Yes,
good choice.
The best. But we had to play this.
It was Bad Boy Reunion.
Bad Boy. Were you there?
Unfortunately, no. I watched everybody else on Instagram. I shouldn't have bought the Beyonce ticket. I should have went to Bad Boy.
Listen.
I went to Beyonce instead. I had to choose.
This chick and I danced the whole time. We didn't sit down. It was literally 5 hours.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I was there on time.
That was number one. I was there right behind.
Nobody else was there on time. The concert didn't start on time.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So it was awesome.
Any opening acts, or it's just all...
No, it was... Who opened?
112.
Yeah, 112.
Okay, nice.
And then Jodeci.
Mary J.
My favorite. Mary J, DMX.
Wait, it was all the Jodeci?
Thing? All
Jodeci. Well,
DMX was there?
No, not all
DMX.
of Jodeci. Only 3 members of
Only
Jodeci.
3 members.
Who wasn't there?
Devontae.
Oh, okay.
Devontae.
Yeah.
But Mr. Delvin,
He was. Yeah. Wait a minute, hold on. But I have to. Sheree got a rose from the stage.
From who?
Who gave you the rose?
I don't know.
I don't know
One
either.
of the 112 guys, right?
Okay, so yeah, they had a bundle of roses, and I looked over and Sheree got a rose. I was like, and on our way to the bar for the second time,
Yeah.
she got stuck on ASAP Rocky. You all know who that is, right?
Oh, yeah.
She didn't know who that was.
I didn't know who it was. And I had my little crossbody purse and it had charms on it. And one of my charms got stuck on his sweater.
Oh, you literally got caught.
Literally was stuck to this man. To this young man.
Yes.
He was a cute little young man.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Well, welcome to the show. I have to introduce. We have a special guest in the house today. Our special co-host to my right is Mrs. Michelle Epps in the house. Welcome, her.
Welcome.
Yeah, we're so
Michelle.
glad you joined us.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, our girl Stacy couldn't be here today. I think Stacy is traveling, right? Or she just maybe just didn't want to be here.
No, she on the road. She in the air right now somewhere.
And then to her right, or excuse me, left, is Demetrius Jones.
I still haven't come up with a catchphrase.
He
so.
came back.
That's
came
my
back. Sheree don't scare me.
that's my male me. That much. That's right. And to his left is never last, never least, is Miss Courtney Stewart in the house.
Hello.
Courtney gonna keep it real.
Keep it real.
Keep it real.
All the time.
Keep it real.
And thirsty.
So let's get into you thirsty?
kidding.
Oh well, we're gonna get into
You
that.
have to be a little thirsty these days.
All right, we're gonna get into that, but let's talk about like these clowns. So how you living? That's our topic for our How You Living segment. Are these daggone clowns? Send in the clowns. What is happening?
They're popping up everywhere.
They're popping up everywhere, and it's probably because it's Halloween is coming closer. But this has been happening for about 10 months.
Yeah.
And the sightings have been across America, and people are freaking out. Imagine, you walking outside at night or looking outside of your window, and this is what you see.
No.
Hey, I would definitely be in a tizzy.
Clowns weird me out.
And in a panic mode.
yes.
So why is this so scary though? Why does this scare us? Because clowns are really supposed to incite happiness and just, silliness, quirkiness, joy.
It's grown people with face paint on. You don't know what expressions they actually make, and they look crazy, and you can't determine who they are or take any non-verbal cues from them. You have no idea what's going on. If they're going to stab you, there's a video going around where one walked into a Burger King or something and just walked up to this guy in his face, and the guy slapped him and he fell out on the ground. But it's because you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know how to react because they're not actually smiling. You don't know.
Yes.
You can't read anything from them.
And this is a serious threat. Like, they have websites now. Not websites. websites and Twitters dedicated to clown sightings. If you see a clown, you're supposed to call the police.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting real serious.
You want to know what's funny?
It made its way into a press conference. They asked Obama about this.
Yes.
This picture, look, and then I want to hear your thoughts. Y'all probably can't see that, but apparently someone was looking out their window and saw a clown sitting on a bench. It was like, WTF. Can you imagine that? But these clowns are chasing people and kids into the woods with machetes. This is a real national crisis. All right, Demetrius, what you got to say?
Never mind.
No, we haven't talked to
you don't really want to hear what I got to say.
I do.
And wait a minute, let's
don't wanna hear what I
let's
got to
toast to what you got to say.
Yeah.
First off, when it comes to these clowns, I would ask, well, do they pull you over, ask you for your ID, have the itchy trigger finger and shoot you? No. Do they break into your hotel room, duct tape you, put you in the tub?
They haven't yet.
Do they try to get you deported? Then it don't scare me.
Oh. So if clown just rolled up on you, you be good? You just be like, hey.
Well, one, I'm a black dude. Clowns don't roll up on me. Ain't gonna happen.
Are you serious?
It's not gonna happen.
Okay.
You remember that one video where that dude, he was in a garbage can, he
You
popped
know
out on a black dude, bop, that's it.
You could be provoking the clowns in America right now, so they might be coming
come look for you.
Do they have guns?
Why don't you give out your hand? How do the clowns get in touch with you since you ain't scared?
Oh, okay. I'm in LA every day. I ain't hard to find.
Okay.
Please come.
Now,
Please.
Don't come for me.
Please come for me.
This morning they said that the clown masks have gone up 300%, the sales of clown
Lord,
masks.
have mercy.
So everybody else is scared except Demetrius.
I'm scared.
Halloween gonna
And
be a mess.
I'm not scared either. 'Cause if you come to me and I don't know you and you have a clown mask on,
What you gonna do?
if I need to, I'm gonna hit you either.
I got a taser.
I can guarantee you this. There is no one in all of Metro Detroit who is scared of this. No one.
What about kids though? Because the creepy part was like they were hanging out
scary.
like in the woods,
Not
like
even the
North
kids of
Carolina,
Detroit are
and they
scared
were
of
trying to
this.
get the kids to come in the woods and stuff.
But a
See,
lot
I
of
would be
people-
worried about
That's
not coming back.
concerning. Yeah,
That is concerning, and a lot of people are afraid. They have an irrational fear of clowns. It's what the color phobia.
What's the key word
Color
there?
I don't know.
Phobia.
Irrational.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's still
But it's
it's a
legit.
phobia. It's a real issue for some people. I knew a pastor. I'm not going to shout him out, but I knew a pastor who terrified of clowns. Terrified. So this has to be.
Kramer on
Frightening.
Seinfeld was scared of clowns.
I was scared of clowns when I was little. I remember I would sleep at my aunt's house and she had a clown right there on the wall. And I was like, I can't sleep in this room with that clown because it's like the clown is just looking at you.
Looking at you. Yes.
Yeah, so
You guys,
just
it's
take it off
scary.
the wall.
So what'd you do? They took it off the wall?
I took it off the wall and
You
turned
took-
it around.
You was bold.
Okay.
in
You
the
in your
closet.
aunt's house, moving around,
I put
fixing.
it back this morning at night.
Well, wait.
Hey.
Let me tell you. This is that pic right there was it's on what Clown Paranoia it's called, and an officer in Texas is apparently in a little bit of hot water. Officer Latrice Petaway, because she wrote on Facebook, she just kind of got tired of all the clown stuff. She said, "This clown crap is really getting on my nerves." And then she allegedly advised, "Pop a cap in the first clown you see."
Is she black?
Listen,
Her name is Latrice.
Yeah,
Did she say pop a
I
cap?
don't want a racial profile.
said
Yes,
pop a
pop a cap. And the first clown you see, somebody needs to just hit one. And the rest of these fools will learn. I think she's black. I think it's safe to say she's
That's
black.
fair
I
enough.
wouldn't advise attacking.
Pop a cap.
Popping a cap. That's assault, and battery, attempted murder.
Yeah, somebody could die.
Bunch of different claims.
But this
there.
is kind of funny though, because it's Halloween is coming up too. Like,
Yes.
You're right. It's
a little bit.
it's a little funny.
As long as they don't hurt anybody.
Until one pulls out a machete on you.
Exactly.
It's all fun and games until
somebody gets
hurt.
Until somebody gets
dismembered.
hurt. Exactly. So, but you know, it's interesting because I wanted to kind of see where the fear of clowns came from. Where did that come from? And there is an infamous serial killer. Y'all familiar with this infamous serial killer in the 1970s? John Wayne Gacy.
Okay.
And he would appear, one of his jobs was he would appear at parties, entertaining children, and his name was Pogo the Clown. And he was obsessed with clowns. He said he would regularly draw them. He had paintings and stuff of clowns. They discovered that this man had killed 33 young boys and young men and buried most of them in the crawl space at his Chicago home. So that's kind of what got it on and popping. What you got to say, Demetrius? What you got to say?
I have nothing to say about this. Nothing. Honestly, when I saw it, I was like,
Really?
what the hell is this? Was Sheree drinking when she put this down?
Listen, this creeped into a press conference. They asked Obama.
They were getting the FBI involved because they're worried about terrorist threats because people are going online and sort of starting these little communities, and terrorism could be an element of them. They have children. They've had to close schools across the nation
Yes.
because dumb little kids are going online saying they're the killer clown from whatever, and they're going to take out entire schools. Like, it's a big deal.
It's real,
because it's costing people
Demetrius.
money now. You can't be closing schools because somebody says they're going to dress up like a clown and come kill everybody. It's not okay.
This is real.
Stephen King says, "Stop with the clown stuff. It's not funny."
And he had, remember, he
tweeted
had a
about
clown,
it,
but
and
there was a clown in his movie.
He ruined
which,
my life for a few years.
I'm saying, he
with
didn't
it.
help the issue at
And
all.
I ain't even scared, but he scared the crap out of me with that movie for a minute. So you see the end, and then you like, oh,
Which
that was
movie is
awesome.
this?
It.
It. Okay.
You remember
what-
the crazy clown? They
Yes.
was killing themselves in the beginning. And
Yes.
but then at the end, it's really dumb, so you get over it. But
And
you
what-
have to get to the end.
What about the clown dolls under the bed? What movie was that?
There's a clown doll under a bed.
I mean, there are a lot of, yes.
I feel like there's clowns all the time. I think Ronald McDonald's probably the scariest clown. He's just
Demetrius
ugly.
wants to talk about Kim Kardashian getting
No,
robbed.
what I'm about to do,
Nobody wants to
I'm about
talk
to
about that.
pray.
You
I'm
gonna
about to
pray for
pray
the
right now.
clowns?
No, I'm about to pray this segment gets over.
And wait a minute. Speaking of prayer, prayers out. No, on a serious note, prayers out to all the people in Florida that are threatened by
Threatened
this
right now.
Hurricane Matthew.
And Haiti,
real
who
tough.
just took it like
And Haiti, 103 people
I don't
killed.
even-
Yeah,
it was wild.
yes.
I've always wondered, and this is something I need to Google, because I know that Haiti and the Dominican Republic
Yeah.
are on the same island, but Haiti always seems to experience
hit hard.
much more. Yeah,
Well,
is
they
it
say it's
their
'cause they made
location?
a pact with the devil, so they.
Okay, I
Oh,
will.
that's why they call it.
I mean, that's what they say.
in all the
That's what they
it's
say.
called Hades
All right.
instead of hell. It's called
Hades.
Hades.
That's why the word on the screen is.
Like, I'm
Don't they do
Google.
a lot of? They do a lot of like.
But the Dominicans did get hit by.
Some scary
Matthew.
stuff.
Yeah.
Haiti,
So they
Haiti
got-
be having it hard. And just FYI, this is a talk show. So you can't opt out of talking.
I'm not. No, I am speaking. I
don't like the segment, so I'm not gonna comment. But don't work like
I have
that.
commented and let you know that I'm
About what
not
happens in
frightened.
He
Detroit.
doesn't care about the clowns.
Precisely.
He's from Detroit.
He's
He will punch
protesting
you
the
if you roll up
clowns.
on him dressed as a clown. We're all clear.
Please do. Please do. And anyone who knows me,
You
roll up
are
on them
funny.
too.
Well, let's get into the meat of our segment today. On last week's show, we talked about marriage, and till death do us part is really not. It's the vow that we make, but we don't really take it too seriously. It's more till unhappy do us part. So what was interesting
Who are you pointing
is
at me?
Demetrius subscribes to the unhappy. If you're happy, you just leave. Yeah, but okay. But what we did unanimously agree on is that perhaps, and I think you said this, Demetrius, we said, is it too easy to get divorced? And you said, well, it's probably too easy to get married.
Yeah.
That's probably the real culprit and the real problem. So we want to talk about the dating game. And what should we be doing when we're dating? Should we be taking it more seriously? I know for me, I do kind of see dating as a separate thing. You know, and then when you get married, marriage is its own entity, dating is its own entity, but not really. Actually, dating should be a piece of the whole process. You should look at it that way. Marriage is not, you know, okay, I'm getting a little tongue twisted. Not the end, it's the means to the end, so to speak. So we got to take dating, I think, a little more seriously and stop clowning around. Speaking of clowns, let's talk about dating. All right.
Dating.
So dating, what's your dating philosophy, Courtney?
I have to go first?
Yes.
I don't really have a dating philosophy, as I've come to discover in the
That's not a
last
good thing.
3 months.
That is not a good thing.
Because I'm not really dating. So I haven't been single in forever, and I'm single now. It's only been a few months, and I'm
I
trying to
didn't know you broke up with your guy.
Oh, didn't I say that like a
No,
while
you did not
ago?
say that.
We didn't know
No,
that.
no, you didn't.
So do you have a boo thing?
So
News break!
I don't know. So how long were you together?
We were together.
You wanna talk about this?
Like 10 years, 9 years.
Wow.
I don't know, 9
Damn.
9 years. How old am I? 34? Yeah, like 9 years.
So this is a big deal then.
I mean, it's a big deal, but it's not like. I mean, it's been the case for a minute. That's why I thought I'm pretty sure.
No,
I talked about that.
I don't know if we.
Wait, how long y'all been broken up?
Pretty sure we talked about. Well, maybe it was complicated when.
Right,
Yes,
right.
maybe it was
Earlier.
complicated.
Okay, yeah.
Now, is it a touchy subject? Is it something that you?
No, I'm comfortable
So
talking about it.
what happened after 10 years?
I mean, nothing specific happened, and that's probably why it's. If anything, that's what's difficult is that it wasn't
Yes.
like a specific thing. It was just sort of a buildup of things over time, probably for the last, I would say, year and a half, and it just didn't,
Gotcha.
doesn't work.
What are you going to do differently this go round?
I don't know. I don't want to do anything. I want to hide under a rock and never like deal with a dude
Let's-
again.
You about to
Let's-
give us.
let's toast-
You about to give us.
Let's toast to that rock. Because
Toast to
sometimes
the rock.
we do need to fall back and take a beat and just be still for a minute.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to you, Demetrius. But
saying
Therapeutize you in a minute.
Michelle, what's your idea of?
I think it depends on
Dating.
what type of man you meet, because you have some men who like the girls from the twerk team.
Oh,
That's something new I just found out about.
what's the twerk team?
They really have a twerk team
You
on
know the
Instagram.
twerk team, don't you? I know you know.
I don't know
even
what
try
that
to act
is.
like you don't
They
know.
have girls that
Sister
are
Michelle.
members of this twerk team.
What?
I've never watched it, but men like the twerk team.
I've seen the twerk team.
Then they just twerk, right?
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
what the twerk team is. Maybe we should put that back in the middle.
Okay, see, so
Who's the bigger lush? You.
It's,
So what does that
It's grape
mean?
juice.
The twerk team. What is that?
I think my point is today, because of course I'm
Do you have a blueprint? When now I know that you're married, but prior to that, was there a blueprint? Was there a strategy to actually dating? And when I say, let me say this for the sake of this show, when I say dating, I'm talking about a prelude to a marriage. I'm not talking about, someone looking for a hookup.
Hooking up.
I'm saying someone that really wants to get married and is spending time looking for people, spending time with different potential prospects. So
I have my own blueprint. Like
Which
I'm not giving you some immediately. Unless it's certain things, I have to feel comfortable and know this is not going to be just a one-time thing. Because I'm not the girl who you can hit it and never call me. I'm going to be like, wait a minute.
So what does he have to do? What do you need to happen to feel that level of comfort and security?
I think I need to know that I'm special. And, it depends from each man. Because for some men, introducing you as his girl is a lot because he normally doesn't have a girlfriend, So special things, a Chanel bag. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking. But things to make you feel special. But where that you're the one, you're special to him.
Yes. Okay.
So
okay.
but I'm not giving it up immediately.
So if you
what,
feel
like,
special on the first date, what's the timeline?
About a week.
Because we all have secret. We all have
That's true.
We can have.
But see, if you all are together every day, all day for a week, hours have been spent. It's like college credits.
So it's kind of like a month and a half in real time.
I can't laugh how I want to laugh right now.
We're funny. We're gonna give it up if we want to give it up. It's that simple.
That's the real talk.
It's yeah.
Now I will say this. Now I don't really care who gets upset about this, but I think real talk. Some of the best advice that anyone has ever given females, period, was Steve Harvey with the one thing that he said, that you really should wait 3 months. You really should. I mean,
Why?
because within that 3-month period, no guy can keep it together if he's not genuinely interested in you. I don't care how fine you are. I don't care how good you may be in bed, how good you look. I cannot, if I'm not really interested in you, knowing how women are, I'm not gonna put up with your shit for 3 months. It's just not gonna happen. Month 2, I'm gonna do something where you be like, I'm so glad you never saw me naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
But women can't hold out. A lot of women can't hold out 3 months.
But if you're praying and I feel like
If you praying what? God,
You're praying.
so the Lord's gonna say, give them some.
Now it's time.
No, what I'm saying, so
It is
he said
here.
a lot of women can't hold out. They
Let there
cannot.
be
And I'm saying
sex.
you can't. You can have strength. No, through God. Like,
Oh,
if you're-
amen.
You
Yes,
know,
you can.
You can have strength where you.
Yeah, you can.
I've done it before, so I just
It definitely takes God.
I was celibate.
Yeah.
What's the longest?
Yeah, it does take
What's
God.
like the longest you've been able to like just hold out and?
5 years for me.
Yeah, never that long. I'm like, that's 5 years. I can't even put it together.
5 years. Yep. Yep.
With nothing?
With, well, what's your definition of nothing?
Because people be like, I'm holding out, but like, I'll do everything else.
No. It was, there were times when, we would go a little too far, but we'd stop and pull it back. But it was never a reckless abandonment, like, oh my God, we're going to do this, we're going to have sex. We really, I had just gotten saved. It was in 2002, I believe. I got saved in 2000, so I think I met him in 2001. And we were both on the same page. See, it helps when two are agreed. And you can absolutely, you can walk in the same direction, because it would be difficult. So when I was, weak, he was strong. And when he was strong, I was weak, and it kind of, we balanced each other out. It worked. It was difficult, but, it can be done. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's quiet. So let's get back to dating. Now, Demetrius, do you have a list?
Of what?
Do you have a list of traits and qualities that you want in a woman?
Yes.
So did you physically write the list down? Because I was told to do that. Make it plain.
No, I know. I've never written it down. Probably more so for fear that someone might come across it. And so you keep in mind.
What you got on the list that you don't want somebody to see?
Well, sometimes people's feelings could get hurt, because what if I have things down there and
That are
she
your
doesn't?
negotiables?
Yeah, and she doesn't match up with it. You know.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't think I would be insecure if I'm your woman.
look,
You know what I mean?
Are you tearing up the paper if you run across it?
No, that's his. I wouldn't do that. That's his list. That's what.
it's just easier to keep it up here.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Women
don't wanna see it. I
they're
would not write it
nosy. They
down.
go through your stuff. No, I didn't.
That is a very general statement, because I am
That
not
is-
nosy
I'm not
at
nosy.
all.
Are you
Men are nosy. They're sneaky nosy.
Let me say this.
I am
Whenever I
not
say
I'm not nosy
a term that applies to all, I really mean some.
Okay.
And typically, though, I
girls
would
in
say
Detroit.
on average, no. I would say on average, them plus women across America. If you leave a woman in your house, you know what's about to happen. So,
You know what? I'm a little offended by that.
okay, well,
What's going to happen? They're going to look through your stuff?
yes.
I would never.
I would never
I
do
would
that
never.
either. Michelle's not chiming in. Michelle
What
ain't
kind of
saying
girls are you
nothing.
dating?
The most stuff I would look through, though, is your kitchen cabinet, because I need to eat. If I'm
that-
at your house
the
and I'm trying to
refrigerator.
eat, like, I wouldn't
Right.
be like in
Sit your ass down, stay home.
I would eat. If you left me in your house and left me without food that I was allowed to eat, then I'm going to go through your
As far as
refrigerator.
I'm concerned,
I'm just like that. So
you
in
don't
that
even
regard, I'm gonna do
don't even
that.
go to the bathroom. You sit wherever I left
Keep a
you
cup,
until
have
I
a cup
get.
there and pee in the cup.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Well, you wouldn't leave. According to your theory, you're not going to leave anybody at your house.
I leave a nanny cam watch.
That's what I knew. He would leave a camera.
I see.
I'm gonna see what she gonna do.
But I do have some things that are non-negotiable.
Tell me the non-negotiables that you have.
I tend to like attractive women first off, and
Okay.
so I'm not gonna date someone that's not attractive.
So you have to. Well, So you have to be attracted to them, right?
Yes, but they also have to be pretty too. So it's not a thing.
But beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No. You know. If you see somebody that I'm dating, you know. You don't. You know.
So what, she can be average or she has to be fine.
Scale from 1 to 10. What's as low as you'll go?
7.
Okay.
But she got to have a lot of personality if I'm going to a 7. She got to be.
Who's the lady that you like? We're not gonna call her out. The actress, who is not pretty.
I don't remember.
Yes, it's some actress that you really liked on TV, and she's not pretty. But you you said there's something very, very sexy about her.
Yeah, now that'll get you a long way with me too.
So then you don't really have to be a 7.
It could be a 5, but real sexy.
No, I'm pretty sure she was a 7.
Oh, she was.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't.
We gotta talk about that.
In my beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Subjective.
Can
I
we
have
write
to
her
see
name
it.
down? I want to know that.
Hell, I wanna know.
Remember this paper.
I can't remember. Yeah. So what Courtney, when you're dating, because you will, at some point you're going to get out from under that rock. You're going to get your confidence
I'm
back.
just gonna. I don't
get your
have a lack
swag.
of confidence. I just don't want.
Yeah.
Because like you said, dating is like a precursor to something for real, and I'm not into for real. I'm
When I
into
say
quickies.
when I say confidence, don't.
Moments.
Let me tell you what. When my marriage broke up, I did lose confidence in myself to make good choices. I'm like, why am I choosing? You know what I'm like? Because you are the common denominator. In any broken relationship, if relationships don't work out, if a marriage doesn't work out, you can't just blame the other person. You chose this person. So I did lose my confidence in the ability to choose the right man.
I think that's a good thing though, because I think
Yeah.
if you do lose your confidence, even momentarily, it gives you the opportunity to reflect, to figure out, okay, why did I make this choice? Because sometimes it's not just the choice of the person, but it's the choice of how you responded to them,
Yes.
how you didn't see red flags. Well, you didn't pull them. I always say this because red flags go up, and some women come up with excuses as to why they should ignore it. And I always feel like the person who raised the red flag should do something for you to pull it down and say, okay, well, that's
Yes.
an exception. I can look past that because this, and this happened. But a lot of times, and guys do this too, where they're dating someone and it's like all these red flags are going up and then they're just ignoring them. It's like they're just moving past them.
Why? Feelings?
The guys that I've known, it's been, it has been feelings. That's just the best way to describe it. It's just feelings.
See, that's why I think it's good to make a list and to be able to look at that list, because I really think you gotta put your feelings in check.
But Sheree, you should make, like, y'all remember when Chili made that list on that show?
Yes,
She
it
had
was
about 30
correct, but that was
things.
ridiculous. She's also crazy. No, like
We say that.
I think I don't know her. I'm just playing. I don't
She's
know her
not
for
saying
real.
clinically
I'm not
crazy.
saying clinically. I can't diagnose. But like watching her do that dating show, I was like, how could you ever date anybody? Like all you do is like check mark, check mark, check mark, and that's not human interaction. That's not human connection. That's nothing. Like you're out of your mind.
I agree with you.
So are you against making a
On that.
list?
I'm against making a list. I think you should have certain things that you
But can't you
care
have,
the
like,
most
3?
about in your mind, with a few things, like some
That's
general
not a list,
stuff.
though.
Like you want somebody that can make you laugh, and you want somebody that's intelligent, and you want somebody that is motivated, or something like that. Like, but she was like,
Damn,
your
that's pretty much my list right
your
there.
waistline has to be a 22, and like your
Lord.
thigh, like she
You didn't
was
see this?
too specific.
Yeah,
it
that's
was
very.
insane.
But you know what? I know too. You have not because you ask not. Sometimes you have to be specific.
Not that damn
No, but let me tell you. I think I would recommend making a list. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a list, and I'm gonna have 3 columns. I'm gonna have what I desire.
This is about to be
Well, yeah, because I
bad.
want
This
a
is going
6
bad.
pack.
This is going bad.
I want you to be at least
already.
6'2" with a 6 pack. That's what I want. That's not necessarily what I need. That's one that'll be in the middle column. I can do without that. If you have like the left column will be the first column is my non-negotiables, things that I absolutely have to have: integrity, a sense of humor, somebody that's spiritual, somebody that's secure financially, and those are non-negotiables. Then I have the 6 pack in the middle.
Why do you don't even need to do? You need to stop at that left side because you know where you're going.
Why?
And no offense, I don't know. I don't
How
know
you
Chili.
gonna tell me how to write my list?
You're veering into Chili territory now.
No.
From that show, and I'm sure she's changed now, but you're veering into
the chili territory.
you're veering into
Why?
that, and you say, "Well, why can't I write my list how I want to?" You can. It's not gonna be effective. You talking about 6'2", a 6 pack?
Because sometimes too though, like, okay, yes, you write down what you want, you write it so it you
make
speak your
it plain.
reality, but at the the same time, you have that permanently in your brain every time you interact with somebody. Even though you say, oh, I can negotiate on that, I can negotiate on that, you still, in the back consciousness of your mind, you be like, you could meet an amazing person and maybe they're serving almost everything. And you're like, there's a part of me that's like not that into you because you're not.
I don't think. Yeah,
you only have a 4-pack. I want at least the 5.
See, I know me.
I'm just kidding.
And I know that I would bypass that to have the other qualities.
All right.
That it would be nice. I don't need that.
But what if you never get to see the deepest of qualities because there's a portion of you that's not entirely invested yet because there's some things that are kind of missing on the iffy category?
You know what? Because I'm in a different space now. I think when you don't have success in a marriage, and like I said, you try to take some responsibility. You try to do things a little differently. You try to be a little more open-minded, but still, I mean, there are some things that I will not budge on.
Like what?
But integrity.
What's the real thing? Tell us.
Don't lie. I need to be able to trust you.
The same thing. I'm like,
Don't lie.
integrity.
Don't be no liar.
It was like, I was
Liar,
gonna say
liar,
this, but
pants
I'm
on
gonna say
fire.
integrity.
No, yeah, don't be no liar. You gotta. Okay, this is one of my things. If you tell me you're gonna do something, you gotta do it. You have to follow through. Now, I understand life happens, things happen, but there needs to be some type of communication. Like, hey, I know that I said that I was going to do this. I'm not able to do this today or whatever, but I didn't forget. I have to be able to trust you because I have no security.
I think I might add that to my list. That's a good one.
Integrity. Yes.
I might move it up.
You know what I feel though? This is what I've realized because even like I pay attention. I've been looking at relationships. You just are paying attention. I'm very aware because I get what you're saying about you do have to take responsibility. But sometimes I think when you've been with someone so long, like you said, you were in a long relationship, you were married for a long time. I've been married for a long time. Sometimes you get into a different space in your life where you're just not into that. Like I don't want to wash your clothes and have to cook for you every night anymore. I'm just not into. I just don't want to do that anymore. Like I want to focus on my career and things for myself because I've never been that person to put me first, which you should do.
And that's awesome, and you are entitled to that. But here's the thing. Did you discuss that in the dating phase?
No.
That's a problem.
But what if
that's
you're
what I'm saying.
dating, because people get married now, 28 to 32, I think is the range where most people are starting to get married right now. And 28 versus 48, you might just be in a different space and it changes, and you didn't necessarily know to discuss that in the beginning because you weren't even aware of it yourself, and then you sort of evolve into something different.
Yes.
And I think obviously you should try to talk it out and work it out with your husband, but that also wasn't the contract you made when you got married. So then do you just not? That's why I believe in phases.
If you are watching this show, you know now to have those conversations. You have to spell out gender. What do you expect me to do? I love to cook, but I don't want to be in the kitchen every single night. But I think he's shaking his head. I'm thinking you have to have these conversations.
I think because I think Michelle is right. There's it doesn't matter if you talk about that. We're talking about 20, 30 years in the future.
So
at times,
you don't think we should talk about it?
But your feelings can change.
But you can try.
I understand that the feelings, we're going to grow. We're going to grow in different directions. Life happens. And now, your kids grow up and now you want a career. It happens. Some things will be, left unsaid. Some things you don't even know to think about to say. But I think we should start having open and honest conversations and communication.
You don't think people do?
No.
Yes,
some people do.
In the beginning, when you first
No.
meet a man and you're talking, because at the beginning they're interested in everything you have to say. They're listening, what you like, with this and that. You tell everything, because women are very truthful, I think. I want 5 kids, I want to be married, I want this type of wedding, and I want my husband to rub my feet. Women are very upfront about what they want. Now, the problem is they think they can change what the man is willing to give, because men tell you too. That I don't want to be in a relationship. And then women think, oh, right now he doesn't, but once he gets my cooking,
See?
and once he gets this nookie, all of that, then things are going to change.
She said nookie.
Nookie.
Y'all missed that.
That's proper to say, right? I don't want to,
Nookie is fine. Nookie is
whatever.
fine. Yeah. I just think we probably should be having more open and honest conversations, communicating what you want, what your desires, but it's a partnership. There's a reason why the majority of marriages do not work.
I think think it would be helpful just because
We're doing life
not
together.
marriage. Yeah, but
That's
I don't think
serious.
there's enough conversation coming from the married people in our lives that are adults and have been in it for a while.
So
Even
they're
my
not
parents,
giving
like
back.
they're not giving back to like
That's a good
maybe
point.
you guys, this is what we experienced and we sort of moved through this weird space at this time because of these reasons. These are maybe some things you guys should think about because otherwise, no, my parents been married 39 years and I ain't never had a conversation about marriage other than you get married because you
Well,
know
have
the
you
Lord
asked, though?
and not really because I don't really talk to them like that. But like if I did, but I'm saying, but we weren't raised in that sort of like really personal. Like some families are closer and like or parents are open, and but most of the friends that I have, their parents were not open with them about what marriage really is like and what it was like to go through.
But you know
it.
what?
Well, that's because they're trying to trick you into it most of
Well,
the time.
and you get a lot. There's
That's why my mama mad.
That's funny. There's my old pastor used to say, "More is caught than taught." So just you, by virtue of you being in that space and that environment, you got a lot. You got a lot. Even though it wasn't
did.
said, you got a lot.
I
So
got
you-
a lot,
yeah.
but I think the details, like you're trying to be real specific. Like we need to talk about these things
I think
before we get to
should.
marriage. And I agree,
I think we should
but
talk
I think
about
that,
goals, what we're trying to do, where
but
we're trying
at
to
30,
go, what we're
I
trying
don't
to
know
build.
that I need to talk about
And so
that.
I want to
Really?
piggyback on this point because this is important because a lot of times when people discuss marriage, people love to start saying this is a contract. This is a contract. Now I'm a contracts attorney. Even within contracts, as you enter a contract, you go out 30. Let's say we do a contract for lobster, right? Price of lobster when we do our contract typically is $20. Let's say aliens come down, destroy all the lobster, and all of a sudden lobster costs $200,000. I won't even have to fulfill my end of that bargain because it's impractical now. And so if you go out into the future and you don't want to, as a woman or man, however it's set up, you don't want to wash clothes, you don't want to be the caretaker anymore 30 years into the future. You can understand that. There's no amount of talking that's going to cover every situation.
No, but you know what though? You're absolutely right. And I'm not saying that you have to absolutely stick to the contract. We talked about that. You can't budge from
people
that.
feel that way. They do.
But what you said is there's no way you would go into a business deal and not have a contract.
People do it all the time. That's how.
Yeah.
No,
That's,
we're talking about you.
who, me?
You just said we had a contract, lobster, something happened to lobster. Now that, that part of my contract is null and void.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, you had an agreement. You talked. You found out what are my responsibilities? What do I expect from you?
Right.
You had real in-depth conversation.
I'm a bad comparison because I'm an attorney. So of course, when I enter a business relationship, I'm going to do my best to have a contract. That's like comparing people who get married to marriage counselors. They're not going to be on that level.
So let me
They
ask
can't
you
do
this:
that.
Do you guys think that? Because I know sometimes when you belong to certain churches, that is a requirement. The pastor, before that pastor will marry you, you must go through marriage counseling. Like I don't know how many sessions or whatever, 5, 6. Do you think that people should have to?
Yes.
Sure.
I think
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
I think it should be, but I believe it should be part of the state law
Yeah.
in regards to it, that you should mandatory.
Yeah.
Mandatory.
Agree.
Because you learn,
Agreed,
because some things you don't want to talk about. You don't ask, or you don't even think to ask.
And you don't think to ask.
You're just caught up in the joy of I found a man or I found a woman and they want to marry me. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Because those extra things, I'm being real
Yes,
about.
that's
'cause
real.
Women are raised, little girls are raised that you grow up, become a princess, get married.
That's it.
You're
Treated
not
like a
shining.
queen.
Exactly.
And-
You don't.
yes.
They're not teaching us. Make sure, girl, he can pay some bills. Make sure he wants to have a job. We're not taught that kind of stuff. Those type of things. So I do think because marriage counseling opens your eyes to the other person's feelings and what they're looking for, and vice versa.
And what about? I know we got to move on to our Halo Award. What about quickly the money conversation?
If you
Money's
can't talk about
important.
money, you
Have
can't get
that.
married.
Money's important.
Have it from the beginning.
Like, what do you mean in the beginning? First date, second date?
I mean, like in the beginning, like I don't mean like let's have a financial breakdown of everything you've ever done from the beginning, but I'm personally financially very aware, so like I will start those conversations would start very
So
early.
what do you
like,
say? You and Demetrius
you're
are on a first date.
working- well, on a
running his
first
credit?
date, I'm not going to look at his credit or anything.
Okay,
but
second date.
So we're on the first day right now?
Third date.
we're on
Can
a
we be
third
on the first day though?
You gonna want some if you on the third date.
He ain't getting none because I'm celibate. Take that. No.
Tell him 3 months.
Right, told me
Got to
that.
wait 3 months.
Before we came out here,
Oh, well, you got dinner by.
Look
All
at
right.
that.
I don't pay
There's
for
never
this.
enough time.
this sizzler.
This is
I love the sizzler.
Really?
I love the
You have to
scissor.
go to a good one.
So,
Okay,
do
you
they
do.
still have
wait,
Yeah, they do.
So then,
Yeah.
look, all the dudes who are listening right now, if you take Sheree out, she loves the sizzler. There's one in Pasadena off of Royal.
There's one on Van Nuys.
See?
Can I
my
tell you
God.
something?
There you go, right there.
If you take her to the
Ever.
sizzler, she will never call you again.
They can. They can't take me to the sizzle.
can.
Please,
You'll
somebody
call
take me
them
to the
back.
sizzle.
Wait a
We're
minute,
trying to go
we
for
need
2
to have
months.
a conversation. We're doing dinner at your house. We need to have some conversations. Wait, I'm confused.
That is funny. All right, let's get into our Halo Award that Courtney is going to present.
Oh my gosh. Well,
That's
right
silly.
in line with the subject of the last 2 weeks, divorce, marriage, and dating. This is a couple that seem to have gotten it perfectly right, you guys. Our Halo Award this week goes out to Alfred Duncan of the hashtag Forever Duncan. For those of you guys that missed it, it was a couple, a black couple, beautiful, beautiful couple that basically Alfred proposed to his girlfriend, Sherelle, on October 1st.
Beautiful.
And in the same day, also had completely arranged the wedding. So he'd been planning this for months, and
Yeah, she didn't say
actually
no.
she didn't say no. She said yes. She cried. She jumped up and down. She was losing her mind. She was super excited. A lot of people were like, "Oh my God!" She wasn't gonna pick her dress, and it was this whole thing. She had been designing her dress for months and had no idea.
Oh, wow.
Because they were working with another company or this designer to do some T-shirts, and she also was like, "Oh well, I want you to help me with like my dress line," and so it was a friend, and like so she this whole time she's like, "Oh, what would your ideal like wedding dress be?" and blah blah blah. So she designed this whole dress. Her whole family and friends were all involved, and everybody was there. So it actually was like just miraculous and beautiful. And it gave me anxiety when I first heard the story. I was like, "Oh, he proposed and he got married. That sounds awful." But when the details sort of came out and they talked about it, she was thrilled. She thought it was the most amazing thing ever.
That is awesome.
And there's nothing he can probably do ever to live up to anything else like after that first surprise, because that
All
was an
downhill from
insane
here.
surprise. But she was excited and pumped and thought it was the best thing ever in life, and they are happily married now and vacationing and
That
in
is
love.
lovely. And bless them. We wish them many, many, many years of happiness.
I have a comment about this.
Yes, what's your comment?
comment?
I'm
to
scared.
all the dudes out there, you know how they had this disclaimer like after shows with stunts and things like that.
Don't try it at home.
Do not try this at home. I'm very happy.
impressive.
I'm
Like, it was
very
really
happy
impressive.
for them.
Yeah.
I have been married before. I've been in long-term relationships. I would never, ever do this. And I've known these women very well, but hell,
Why? Because you don't think you knew them enough, or you just
they're
too.
no, they're not gonna like it. And I've never dated or been married to any woman that would like this.
But I think it's probably the type of women.
Yeah.
And no, not hating on any woman you've dated to try to say anything. But this girl, I saw some of the
was-
video
yeah.
when she was walking to him at the altar. She went
could
like I
barely
felt like
walk.
this was her life.
Yes.
Like in my eyes, you know, kind of the same way you're feeling. I'm like, okay, but she loves this man with all her
Yeah,
heart.
she does.
They have a relationship that we don't know anything about. That's incredible. That's
Yeah.
some bond, because you can tell how she walked up to her husband.
She could barely
Hallelujah.
walk. She was
Hallelujah.
calling on the Lord. She
She
could
loved
barely
that
stand
man.
up.
Yes.
She was overwhelmed.
That's
So
her
for this-
thing.
Overwhelmed.
In a
All
great way,
that.
though. Not
All
like
that.
overwhelmed in a
All that.
I would
But
be
this
overwhelmed in
situation,
a
though, it
scary
worked.
way. She was overwhelmed in a
Yep.
joyful way.
Don't do this.
Because I don't have to have the dress and all that, because that's for everybody else. The whole at the church, because you spend a lot of money. I like to spend my own money
Yeah.
instead of spending it to impress
So
other
you want
people.
to pay for your own wedding? Is that what you're
No.
saying?
No,
I agree
I'm
with
saying
that.
we could surprise me on the engagement. We can go get married at the little art house. What was this?
I don't know what that was.
You know what?
I don't know where they were. It was like
He worked it
'cause
out.
They were proposed
venue,
in one
yeah.
place and then walked. Like I don't know where it actually.
And I think it's hot, but I'm like, no,
It's
don't do
beautiful.
it. Don't
It's-
do this.
you know
You
what?
can surprise
Don't do this.
propose, but a surprise wedding is just too much.
No.
But I think if we're there,
But
Yeah.
for them, I'd go for it.
It would depend. Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Like,
There's
if he-
so many
if he
factors.
was if he was
Yeah.
special, like, oh my gosh, you saw that,
So
right?
the-
Did
so
you
the-
see that in my
See, 'cause-
eyes?
I did.
Yes.
So
It
you,
was
so
like
you the
that.
one. So
yes.
But if he's not that one like that, it's just,
Wait a second. Wait.
I'd
Hold
be the
on.
runaway bride.
If he was special, this is okay. But if he's not,
But you.
why y'all getting married?
No. What I'm saying, you couldn't do that. If you, like,
go through with it.
sometimes you just date people and y'all are just dating because you love each other's company.
I see what you're saying.
A marriage, we're not trying to do all
Well,
that.
you know what I want to mention? Well, first of all, like I said, we wish them much success and
Yes,
happiness
for
in
sure,
their
for sure.
marriage. It looks like she has found her king, and he has found his queen. And how many clowns does she have to kiss to get to her king? So praise Jesus for that. I also wanted to kind of shout out Cookie and Magic Johnson. They just celebrated 25 years of marriage. And that is the ring he put on her finger as a I love you, and just to honor her. It's a 25 karat diamond, and it's not about the ring. We know that it's not about the stuff, but what that represents. Their story is pretty amazing. Their testimony is pretty amazing. They were only married a month. Now, they had two broken engagements when they were courting. I think took a total of maybe 8 years off. They were off and on. She finally gets her man, and a month into the marriage, he has to tell her that he has HIV.
Oh, I didn't know it was only a month.
And she was pregnant at the time with EJ. So you can imagine, she was obviously devastated, and these are her words, devastated. But what kicked in for her, she said they cried for 2 days, just held each other, cried for 2 days. She said they prayed. They brought God into the midst of it. And she said at that time, HIV was a death sentence. So she really thought he was going to die. So her thing, what kicked in for her is till death do us part. And we celebrate them, we honor them 25 years later. They are thriving, they are happy, and there is a reward for hanging in there if you don't get out of the boat too soon, if you weather the storm. So yeah, we say kudos to them.
But don't display that ring on social media. That's how Kim got robbed.
Or don't tell anybody where the ring is.
Just saying.
Demetrius,
You might want to think about
that's your end. You want to talk about that Kim story so bad. Courtney
The
just gave
only
you
thing
an
that
end.
bothered me were, people questioning whether or not she really got, robbed. And I'm like,
bothered
man. Yeah, it kind of did. It kind of did because
We ain't got time.
We ain't got time.
We ain't
That's
got time.
right.
We ain't
That's
got
a conversation for after the
All
We
right.
ain't got time. And
sorry.
sometimes I think we want something easy. We want the glory, but we don't want the story. And certainly Cookie and Magic have a story. So in closing, y'all, we got 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Give me your final thoughts, Miss Courtney.
Final thoughts. Dating is defined differently for everybody, and you got to define it for yourself.
That's right. What's your takeaway, Demetrius?
Oh, I don't know if I said this last week, and if I did, I'm sorry, I'm gonna repeat it again. You're marrying whoever you're dating. That's my philosophy. So
I like that.
And watch Pitch on Fox.
I
This is
love Pitch.
I was surprised. I thought
it was gonna be horrible.
Hey, y'all,
Horrible.
that's another
Horrible.
show. I mean,
another show.
go ahead,
It's good.
Michelle.
Okay,
It's good.
so I want to say, if you see a clown, just move into another area. And then when you're dating, be who you are. Be very real and upfront.
I like
And
that.
be who you are. And going into the marriage, know what you want, know what you stand for, and don't let anybody change that.
Love it. And how do people keep up with you, Michelle?
Michelle with an E, all E's, no I. MECHELLE, EPPS, EPPS.
I love it. Let's circle back. Tell people how they can keep up with you, D.
Oh, like I said before, if y'all want to send me naked
We don't have
pictures,
time for all that.
send it to Sheree Fletcher across all platforms, and she'll go through it and get it to me.
Lord.
If you got anything
He ain't
else.
watching the time.
I Demetrius. I'm taking 10 Instagram followers today.
Oh, Lord.
And I is EYE
Yes,
of
learn that.
Demetrius.
She thought it was
All
I.
right. Let me give. Okay, go ahead, Courtney.
I'm everywhere at Stuart Starlet.
All right. See, that's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Finish it up.
Demetrius is a
Wrap it up.
clown.
They
He's a
counting us down.
clown.
You have to have a roughneck in the bunch.
Yes, and we do. And
The
we
lawyer
do.
roughneck.
So my takeaway would be, you have to practice. Dating is practice, but it's serious. It's serious, and you don't win games unless you take practice seriously. So take it seriously, have a goal in mind, and like Demetria said, the objective is marriage. Don't waste your time. And sometimes we have to kiss a lot of clowns before we can get to our king, but don't settle for the clown when you can have the king. And that is our show.
We're talking about practice. Practice, man.
From executives Kevin Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio, Instagramming @KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in. The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.